5 mistakes that can cause daily energy leaks while you're at work. Now, what's an energy leak? Well, an energy leak is not the perfect workday. An energy leak is energy that is being taken away from you, stolen, drained, kind of like a vampire, because of certain things you're doing and not doing, because of certain habits, which are not million-dollar habits. So one of the mistakes is you're not monotasking. Multitasking your to-do list is a big mistake. Now, what is multitasking versus monotasking? Mono means one, multi means many. Now, I know many female entrepreneurs who are moms who are very proud of multitasking. They pride themselves in multitasking. Yet, if you multitask, you're prone to make more mistakes. You may think you're getting more done, but ultimately you'll be a jack of all tasks and a master of none. Now, that comes from a jack of all trades, having many trades, and a master of none. You want to master certain things. So if you want to master doing a master class, that's why it's called a master class. If you want to master the concept of teaching on a master class, let's say on Facebook Live, then you only do that thing, even if you're pre-recording it. You don't allow other things or bright, shiny objects capture your attention. If I'm on video and I'm constantly looking, to the right, all right, wouldn't that bother the viewer after a while? In fact, even the listener would get distracted because I get distracted when I'm looking to the right. Okay, that's multitasking. There's 2 tasks. Now, what if I'm doing 3? What if I'm looking to the right, I'm attempting to teach, and I'm writing? So multitasking is a lie. It's a myth. It's monotasking that you want to do, which is why the countdown timer is so cool, because if your threshold is 30 minutes to do one thing, let's say writing, then that's your threshold. Once your alarm goes off, then you give yourself a break. And what you do is in that transition, you are recharging or re-energizing your willpower, because environment will always suck energy out of your willpower, whatever environment you're in. Right now, I'm in the environment of teaching, right? But you can also be in the environment of organizing, right? Your desk. Well, if my desk is disorganized and I'm teaching at the same time, that's not monotasking, that's multitasking. I know people do it all the time, and they're not very good teachers as a result. The next mistake is not prime timing your day. Now, I use that as a verb, utilizing regular time instead of countdown time. Now, prime timing your day is not only blocking off time so that you have no distraction and you control it. You can do with it whatever you want. I have suggestions what to do, but you can take back control of your day. If you have the countdown timer on top of that, you'll get more done compressed during that day. Believe me, it works, and I've done it. And if you stay with me through this masterclass, I'm going to give you a gift, which is one of my 21 productivity secrets on how to become more productive with your daily tasks. Because if you're monotasking, you'll be more productive, right? If you're prime timing, you'll be more productive. With the countdown timer, you'll be more productive. Now, here's a key point. Regular time does not cause tension. So if you look at the clock and the clock says 9:27, well, that's not very productive. That's not productive in causing tension, because 9:27 means, okay, I'm going to stop at 10 o'clock. Well, that doesn't cause tension. But if I saw 33 minutes left, that's really monotasking my time, isn't it? It's monotasking my task, because my time is now assembly line principle based, where it's a countdown with a goal, not just regular time, which has no tension attached to it. Tension is good, okay? Tension is what triggers you to go to the bathroom. Tension is what causes intimacy between 2 people, right? That's called sexual tension. Tension is what causes you to take your hand off a hot stove, right? So that you don't burn yourself. Tension is good. Tension is aligned with the laws of nature. Tension is also good for your productivity and priority time. Next, spontaneous tasks is a big mistake. Just doing these spontaneous tasks that are not planned, tasks that are urgent. Talk about the imperfect workday. If you're just doing things that are urgent and not important, that's not the perfect workday. You want to have planned, not urgent tasks that are completed. It's a mistake just to do unplanned, urgent tasks. That's called spontaneous task generation. You don't want to just start your day when you wake up. You want to have the day planned, preferably the night before, sometimes even a week before. And when I'm planning, I don't just do to-do list. When I'm planning, I actually put it into my calendar. So when I'm opening up my calendar, we use Google Calendar, at least I do, then I'm looking at my to-do inside the calendar, and I don't have to do it twice. I don't have to make a list and then put it into the calendar again. That's not very productive. I prefer to have the priority of doing prime time, which is calendar time, and planning my day inside the calendar so that I can knock out the task one by one with priority, but it's inside the calendar, so I'm only writing it down or typing it down once. Another one, a big mistake is to do problem solving or putting out fires during your prime time. Okay, handling urgent, important tasks only is a big mistake. You want to eventually be in the realm of important but not urgent. It takes time, but that's where you go into flow and you really get stuff done. Now, problem solving is not something to do during prime time. You can do problem solving at another time. Critical thinking is something you can do during prime time, but that's not really problem solving. That is aspiring to have a bigger, brighter future, and you're actually putting time into thinking. What a concept, right? And you're doing it without interruption. Most people I know don't think anymore. They're on autopilot. Their default future is waiting for them because they're not thinking about it. They're not intentionally thinking with critical, discerning thoughts. Now, let's say your critical thinking time can be 15 minutes, but that's not problem solving. Problem solving is, hey, I have this mess that I got to deal with, and I'm going to deal with it right now because it doesn't feel good. That's not what I would want your prime time to look like. You say, I have a mess. I have to deal with this mess, whatever it may be. It may be with a relationship, maybe with a student or member or a customer, whatever you call them. It may be you need to work out and you haven't worked out yet. All right, well, I say that's going to happen after prime time or before, because prime time is sacred. It's sacred as going to church or a synagogue or mosque. It's sacred as in meditation or prayer. And if you treat it in a sacred way, you won't need discipline anymore because it'll be a habit. Okay, so make sure that you're not using your block time just to solve problems. You can solve problems outside of the block time because you still got the rest of the day. I mean, what if you only had one primetime hour a day? I do 3. But what if you only had 1 hour? You're going to spend that hour solving problems? Really? You have the rest of the day to do that. So it's not for problem solving time. People misinterpret. And prime time is not customer support. You don't need to support your customers during that time. You can hand that job to somebody else during that time frame, or it can wait. Support them before or after. It's not time to check with Facebook. It's not time to do Twitter. Okay. What you want to do is you don't want to deal with clients with their issues or their complaints. You don't want to deal during prime time because that's like problem solving. You want to do it during customer support time, whenever that is. Prime time is your time because it is creating time. Prime time is creating time, developing time. It's your time to create your perfect workday